Does Marquez, at 38 years old, have enough left to make a third great fight with Manny Paquiao?
Eddie.
¿Quién?
Eddie.
¿De este lado?
Round one begins with Paquiao all the way out to the center of the ring before the bell sounded. Southpaw against the conventional fighter. But in their first two fights, their heads only came together once. Two very clean fighters. Seldom has either been charged with a foul. Pacquiao starting behind his jab. After the first two fights, Paquiao throws more jabs than Marquez. Marquez looks to counter with power shots.
Manny's fighting very, very intelligent. Notice he's keeping his balance, doing a lot of feinting before he punches to make sure that he doesn't get counterpunched so easily. He looks very, very strong. It seems to be just a little bit faster with his coordination and his movement at this stage. Even though no one has landed a punch, he seems to be better balanced.
Marquez tries the jab, just a little bit short. Pacquiao's jabs have been short. He's more active. Some theorize the possibility that Paquiao might throw a wrinkle into this by laying back a little bit in the early rounds and making Marquez lead so that he himself could find something to counter with power. There's the first hard shot of the fight. A left hand straight up the middle on Marquez's chest. And now Paquiao again reaches Marquez with the left, this time up tight. Little red mark already on the nose of Juan Manuel Marquez. That came from the Paquiao left hand.
That is what is going to be a signature punch in this fight. And I'm looking at the way Marquez is standing. And then he's going to try to drive a straight left hand right through the center.
Freddie Roach said, very concertedly, this was Manny's best training camp ever. All I can say to that is, imagine that.
He looks good.
Shots for Marquez.
Manny looks very fast, very well coordinated. Very, very good balance.
They both look ready. Paquiao just missing over the top with the left hand. The red mark on Marquez's nose is on the right side, just inside the eye.
These guys have fought 24 rounds, and right now there's a lot of respect between both of these guys. And Manny seems to be just a little bit faster, but I think a lot of it is respect, feeling each other out a little bit. But I would notice that even when Marquez did let Manny mix, he didn't counterpunch. And you see Manny now doing the counterpunch.
Absolutely right. He's the counterpuncher now, and he landed a right uppercut. Now he fires the left up the middle again. Marquez hasn't been able to tag him with anything good. A couple of body shots to Marquez there, but Paquiao won the round. It appears to be
A high-intensity round, even if there wasn't a lot of action.
¿A quién se lo daría?
Don't throw away like that. Don't throw away like that.
Paquiao?
That's what they said. I don't think so.
That's their judgment.
Bring your hands back up to where they're supposed to be. One.
Mommy round
I'm sure they probably want Paquiao to win the Mayweather fight. I think it's all fixed. Watch.
ratings. There's a lot of money at stake right here, you know?
Mayweather fights billions, man. You know, if Mayweather fights this, it's gonna be a lot of money too, but it's not gonna be as much as Paquiao or Mayweather. It's gonna be like double easy.
Yeah, because I think who else does he have to beat? Nobody else.
Marquez didn't really get going, only 7-32. Paquiao only 238 punches, landed 11. Couple of good hard left-hand shots. It appeared that Manny was experimenting, particularly in the second half of the round, with laying back, trying to make Marquez lead, and handling himself in the role of counterpuncher.
Eddie.
Who's fighting with you, Eddie?
Eddie, answer.
Who's fighting with you?
Answer.
Crowd wants more action to go with all that intensity. Both fighters are still being tactical and relatively calm.
Keep calling me different names.
¿Qué?
changes have taken place since their first fight. The development of Manny Pacquiao's right hands. He was a 13 left-hand puncher.
This is my round right here
jab,
now.
left hand, double jab, left hand, over and over. Back in 04. There's way more variety in his game now.
Oh, he's a very balanced out fighter. I love his speed, his defense, his balance. He looks very strong too.
Well, that transformation happened before their second fight largely, and Marquez still gave him all the problems in the world in the second fight.
Just missed with a long right hand.
Chargers over there.
Marquez jabbing to the body, trying to create smack, trying to scare up something that can counter from Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's been very judicious, very selective, has landed when he wanted to. Marquez getting ready to take a couple more risks, or so it would appear. He has stepped forward about 6 inches, getting himself into tighter range with Paquiao.
Paquiao knows while he has a guy in front of him who's his own size or maybe even smaller, he's also his own skill level, and he hasn't faced that in a long time.
Marquez and then he landed an uppercut at the end of the exchange.
Marquez is did his homework on studying the left hand of Manny Pacquiao after 2 fights in 24 rounds. Straight left hand of Manny's more than anything else.
You saw him there trying to counter over Manny's left hand with his right hand, something he did so successfully in the first fight between the two. Pacquiao lands a left hand, comes back with a body shot. Pacquiao blindingly fast on his feet.
This is the thing I think is more troublesome than anything is it sets him out on the side from his punching power. His rhythm, he's got that little jerky moving in and out tight. As the fight goes on, it wears the guy out mentally just trying to keep up with his fighting rhythm.
Right hook by Paquiao. Marquez came across with a right hand across the top.
Well, I didn't win. So who's number 3? You're number 3? No?
I don't even know what numbers I am.
Oh, you're gonna finish. Nobody
Hey.
gonna finish. It's probably gonna be after 9. Nobody got number 3. Nobody got it.
Mama, stop running around from. Hey, stop running around from here. No, get out of here.
I think I'm sure I got number 6 and 9.
Very nice. Love everywhere you box.
7 and 9.
But you can't permit yourself any errors. You understand? The gloves. Clean off the gloves. Clean off the gloves. Set those punches down.
You stupid or what?
Second round, CompuBox numbers began to even up just a little bit. Pacquiao 9 out of 42, Marquez 8 out of 30. Marquez landing 6 power shots. Round 3 gets underway.
But Marquez
Oh, yeah, that's a Marquez.
A far more tactical fight so far than was the case in either fight number 1 or fight number 2, or at least, according to my memory, it seems that way. Harold Letterman gave the second round to Juan Manuel Marquez.
6, 7, and 8.
Seesaw pattern,
let me see your one.
around is another thing we saw in the first 2 fights.
Oh, that was a good
And
effort.
over the top for Paquiao.
Who has 4?
Here's your number.
Who has 4?
I hope I win on 7 or like at least 1 hour. There's like I teach them.
Oscar, put that over there.
That's probably gonna happen with this.
Kind of more nerves in here in round 3.
The Manny's speed just seems to be a little bit faster than Marquez, and that was in addition to him looking physically stronger. But his speed was just so much. Even though Marquez is doing good now, but still he's having a problem trying to deal with the speed Manny as he's coming in.
Marquez landed a right hand down the chute. Pacquiao came back with a left hand up the middle.
Manny Pacquiao knows he has to be defensively responsible against Marquez, who's such a
Ese güey que se está cayendo
counterpuncher.
solo.
And as a result, it's muted Pacquiao's offense. He's muted his own offense.
¿Cuántos años tiene Paquiao?
30.
30.
32 en eso.
Marquez tiene 38.
Paquiao making Marquez miss, but not firing back. Marquez fighting the conservative defensive fight here in round 3. Another jab to the body. Trying to get down just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Pues están calentados already.
Eso nomás están midiendo.
¿Cuánto tiempo pasado con ellos así?
Small amount of combustion there. Little body shot for Marquez. Left hand over the top for Paquiao. Marquez sticks a straight right hand. There's a hard right hook from Paquiao. Best punch of the fight so far. Marquez feels the need to answer. Now the outside.
¿Viste la rapidez? No se le alcanza a ver ni la mano.
Don't just stand there. Don't stand still. Juan, don't stand there. When he's throwing that left, don't stay there. Come on, I'm working. Coming.
¡Ey! ¡No le des tanta agua! ¡Despacio!
Jinky Paquiao is increasingly comfortable at the big fights, able there to smile and then motion toward the camera, but you can see the nerves underneath that countenance. She has never become quite accustomed to the notion of watching her husband fight. She tries it, she goes through it, but she's nervous the whole time. Bucks numbers in 3, they both landed 10 punches. Paquiao 10 out of 3, 53. Marquez 10 out of 39. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
You know, Jim, I gotta tell you something. In 2 fights so far, Manny Pacquiao won both of them, both big controversies. And I'm starting to wonder whether that one-on-one Marquez style just impresses the judges enough to win a fight. He backs up, he does nothing flashy. You know what he does is very unusual. Judges like myself tend to go for the effective aggressor. I gave rounds 1 and 3 to Manny Pacquiao because of the fact that he's the effective aggressor and he looks better doing it. 29-28, 2 rounds to 1, Paquiao.
Now we're seeing the kind of action we saw in the first 2 rounds. I hit you, you come and try to hit me back. One of the reasons that we have seen flowing, sustained action from them in their first 2 fights.
I think Pacquiao just convinced himself a little bit that he can impose his speed on Marquez.
That's what I'm seeing, a lot of speed. I mean, Marquez just looks so much slower than he does. And this is maybe the fastest I've saw Manny myself. And he's keeping good balance on. I've seen him punch a lot and get out of position, but he's very, very conscientious of getting out of balance in this fight. So he's punching and getting back in position right away.
Reaching left hook from Marquez. Made contact, but not solidly.
Adrian.
Best punches of the fight have been a couple Paquiao left hands in the first round and a Paquiao right hook in the third. Now Paquiao begins to land solidly with a left and a right upstairs. Another left hand. Slight swelling above Juan Manuel Marquez's right eye, possibly from a Paquiao left. Marquez goes to the body with his right. I was about to say a little while ago, one of the reasons that we often see free-flowing action from them, Paquiao is by nature an attacker, but he's also a great counterpuncher. Marquez is by nature a counterpuncher, but he's also a great attacker. Everything that happens generally gets answered and then answered back.
It doesn't work.
Marquez must be careful when reaching for those low body shots that Paquiao doesn't time him and counter upstairs.